Hello everyone. Here we'll see how to create the sweep cuts using multiple methods by using the wrap tool and then solid swept cut and the swept cut tools. Okay, and while dealing with this, and there might be some issues, so how to avoid them to deal with this. So we'll see these things in this session. Yeah. So to create this kind of advanced cuts, everyone faces issue. So let's see. So to have this kind of profile path moment, what we need to do, there are multiple ways to deal with this, so I'll take you through this. Okay, can even check the clearance and the collision detection. It is easily moving. Okay, so in this kind of scenarios, what to do, how to create this kind of advanced cuts. So there are three ways to deal with this. One is wrap and then swept cuts, solid swept cut. Okay, so this is the assembly which I had created to showcase how it gonna work the mechanism. Okay, and this kind of proofs will be there. Sometimes you'll be having the only the cuts only one side, so you'll be having multiple cuts as well. So let me show this one. So we can start with the modeling. So let me just take the rough model. I'll create a circle, dimensions diameter 30, and you can create the offset for this. So offset value, you can keep it 4 or 3 mm. You can reverse the direction like this. Yeah, 3 is fine. So you can utilize the advanced tool, that is 3D instant, drag it up to a certain distance. Yeah, so to create this cut, what to do now? So first thing is, you can use the advanced curves and SolidWorks. So you have this helix spiral. You can refer this edge, use convert entities to just have it. Don't waste your time to create this circle and do it. Exit the workbench. We'll have this pitch and the revolution. I'll reverse the direction and I'll shorten it. This is fine. Yeah, you have the curve, right? So on this, I'll create a plane, point, and the curve reference. So on this plane, I'll sketch. So this time, I'll create a point on this one for the reference. So it is quite difficult to create the other references. So better create a point. So once you create it, you can use the other tool. So corner rectangle would be fine. I'll create a corner rectangle like this, and you could say it is still undefined. It is movable. You can define the dimension 1.5. Try to move it and give the relation coincident. This is fine. Now I'll create a cylinder by using this one. You can switch to revolve, and this reference is this axis. Uncheck this merge results. It will create the two different solid bodies. If you use the merge results, it will be a single solid body. Remember that. Now if you create this, we can use the solid swept cut tool. So it is same thing. We can use the swept cut. In that, we'll be having the advanced option, third one. Once you create this kind of multi-bodies, you'll get this option. Remember that this is the profile and the path, solid profile. So the different options here, advanced one, minimum twist, and the follow path, and many other. Okay, so I'll use the minimum twist or a natural, whatever you want. So for me, a minimum twist is fine. Okay, so I'll have this kind of cut now. Right, so if you want multiple copies, you can use the advanced patterns. So I'll hide this curve and the plane. Well, so we can use the circular pattern, and reference is this face and the feature is this green check. You'll have only this portion, so what I can do is I'll again use the circular pattern to create the same thing. Select this time. I'll use the bodies to mirror this complete body, two instances, axis is this face reference, green check, done. So now this is fine. Now how we gonna check whether it is perfect to use the follow the profile, that is cam follower. To check this, you can create the assembly by using the one more CAD model which I had already created before. Sometimes people think that the curvature doesn't work properly. They might think like this, but this will work out. So you can save this model and save it as in the folder solid sweep, and here you can refer it as base. Okay, so once you do that, you'll be having this model ready. You can create the assembly to check whether it is perfectly fine or not. I'll simply click on piece and green check. It will fix exactly at the origin. You don't need to worry about it. And now I need the one more component. So I'll browse the location where I had saved it. So this part 2, no, I'll use the part 3. This is the one, part 3. Yeah, just to showcase how this gonna follow. So first thing, you can define the mates concentric, hold the control, select these two faces concentric, and then move it accordingly. And here, very important, you need to select the edge, not the face, to give the mate. Before that, I need to make the changes to it. This is 1.5, diameter is 3, I need 5, so 2.5 into 2 is 5. Control Q or Control B for the rebuild shortcut. Yep, this is fine. Green check and simply save it. Yeah, see, now you can assign the mate. So this is moving, right? So how we wanna just check how whether it is properly moving or not, whether it has the collision or not. Do it. I'll just turn on the transparency mode. So now let me assign the mate to just showcase the mechanism. So select this edge, circular edge on the face and tangent. Now you could move it properly like this. And you could zoom in and like you can check whether it is moving properly or not. You can see, so no issues with this, so you can easily move it. Okay, you can see, zoom in, and you can even check for the collision detection and interference detection. So you can easily move it like this. Can you see? Even though it has the curved portion on this, we don't need the straight normal cut as sheet metal does. Okay, so you could see it is perfectly fine. So this is one way to deal with this. So using this particular method, that is solid soft cut, to create that particular arc, you might face the issue. Okay, so this is one more method. I had used it, so I'll open this model and I'll showcase how it is. So can you see this? So what I did here is, this is simple cut, sweep cut. I had drawn a rectangle like this, total 5 mm. Okay, and then using this, I simply swept it, and same thing, circular patterns. Both will work the same way. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. You see, this is what you get it at the final stage. So once you're done with this, this is what you're gonna get, and in this as well, you can easily move it like this. See, right? There are no curved faces there. Okay, so you can easily move it without any interference or whatever it is. So this is second way, okay, to deal with this. So you can use the collision detection as well, and you can move it like this. Can you see? It can be moved. If you use stop at collision, it has the collision because there is no clearance which need to be given. Both are same diameter, no? It will touch anyway. So if you reduce it, that will work fine. Okay. Now one more method. That is the wrap tool. Okay, let's see how it's gonna help you to deal with this. You can create the structure. Sometimes people face to create this kind of helix instead of not using this helix curve. How we can do it? You can use the wrap tool, and you can create a sketch like this. I'll use the simple arc method. So you will have the dimensions if you're dealing with the manufacturing models. So let me start from here like this. So I'll refer this edge, escape, just move it slide like this. Okay. You can use this and you can split it on the face, and same thing you can do it whatever we have done swept thing. Okay, instead of using the helix, okay, you can do this method. Now I'll offset it and I'll close the sketch like this. Remember, can you see that the top portion, the extended portion? If you have that, if I use this face, you won't get it. The wrap tool will not work. If you even green check, it shows the error warning. For that, what you can do is you can edit this and you can simply remove this top portion. Go into the sketcher workbench only. So now I'll draw a line like this so that you don't get this extra portion. Remove it. It should have the closed profile and it should be like this, the proper one. Now you could see we'll have this, but it has the disadvantage. So I'll give the same depth, I'll increase. So you can simply create the cut like this. We do it. Yeah. So the thing is, what exactly issue you're gonna face here is the arc length, the distance at the top and the bottom, and the curve. What you're gonna get, it is inappropriate. Let me showcase the same thing here. We'll have the 3 arc length, right? 3 mm. It should be 5 actually. I'll make the changes later. And to measure it here, can you see it is quite extended, right? Like this. So it shouldn't be the case. To measure this, you need to draw the arc, and it is quite difficult. So what I'll do is I'll use the sketch only which I had drawn it. This one. So here it is 3.56. It is not at all correct, right? It should be uniform offset. At the bottom it is 3 mm. So now I'll do the same thing. I can use the circular pattern and simply just use the feature meter. This is fine. You can save it, and you need to eliminate these weights because we have completely recreated the model, right? So as I said, the diameter is 5 concentric relation. So once I pick it up, it won't fit properly. What I'll do is I'll change the values of it. There should be offset 5. Go inside, edit the sketch, and double click on it, change it. Now this is fine, right? So now I'll go back, and now we'll see what exactly is going to happen here. I'll assign the same mates which I had assigned previously. This is concentric, which I had redefined it. Now the tangent mate, this edge and this path. Now let's see how it gonna help us. So can move it. It seems it is fine, but it won't. I'll move it like this. So this seems fine here, but it has the interference. Okay, it has the interference. Let me just showcase. Can you see at the portion, this portion at the top? We have the interference there, and it will create the huge issue. So that we don't want. So you could see this at this, it has more. And if you move it, as you could say, at that portion, right, and even the slant edge won't have the proper mate at that portion. So this kind of issues you want to face if you use the wrap tool to create this. Okay, even at the top you could see it has the collision, so this is not going to work. So even at this portion it has the huge collision, so it is not appropriate, right? So I prefer not to use this. If you want to deal with this, you need to draw the proper arc. Okay, and then you need to use the swift cut or the solid soft cut or other methods, okay, which you prefer. But if you want to have this kind of mechanisms and if you use this wrap tool, you're gonna have this kind of issues. Yep, so this is one part. So this has, you could see, and if I move it here, there is no effect. So you can easily slide it. There is no interference at this region. So it is perfectly fine, right? Yeah. So one more thing, sometimes you might need only the grooves. Okay, you don't need exactly the cut section. So at that time, you can use this one. You can simply draw the circle and you can close it. Some people find it difficult to create this kind of structures. No, simply use the top face and draw the sketches, circles, depending upon your requirement, and you can easily have this kind of mechanisms. This top portion you can do it however you want. See, this is a circle, two circles, simply draw it like this. So this is how you can deal with this kind of advanced mechanism portions if you want to create it. Okay, yeah, so that's all about this session. So I hope you got it, which kind of methods we need to follow to deal with this kind of scenarios. Thank you, stay tuned, bye everyone.